Welcome to Backstories, the podcast where we dig deep into the untold tales behind the people, places, and moments that shape our world. Every month, we'll uncover the hidden narratives that inspire, surprise, and challenge us. So, grab your headphones and get ready to journey into the past, one backstory at a time.
This is Lewis. His is called Net Worth.
So I was driving over here and I'm like, what story am I going to tell? And I was like, and then she said, you need a title. And then she explained what the theme was. Anyway, I'll tell this story and the title is Net Worth. Okay. So 30 years ago, I was in Bogota, Colombia. I was teaching. And we used to hike up Monserrate. This is back when Colombia was safer. No, I'm kidding. And so we would hike up this mountain right in the center of the city. I decided to hike up on my own, even though it was a bad idea under any circumstances. And I hiked up. I knew, I could sense at some point that I was being followed, and I was kind of smart. I stopped and I tied my shoe, and I saw this guy walk by, and I knew he's been following me. But then I got a little confident, and I kept going up. And I was getting near the top, but up there, as they say in Spanish, it got a little lonely. And as I got near the top, there was this old abandoned whatever, and guy jumps right out. And I turned, I knew instantly, he's gonna try to get me. So I turned and I spun, and I ran right into his partner, and pretty much ran him over, even though I'm a pretty skinny guy. And I did a Tony Dorsett spin, but he grabbed my shirt, and the shirt tore, and I almost got away. But the thing is, he had enough grip on me, and the other guy, one guy took out a knife, and I'm like, okay, I give up. But I still didn't want to give up. I wanted to fight him, And the guy's like, take it easy. And then they were trying to speak to me in English, and of course, at that point, I was very bilingual, and I had no even gringo accent. I spoke like a Colombian, and I was getting actually pissed off at them because they kept responding to me in English, and I kept saying to them in perfect Colombian Spanish, and they're like, take it easy, take it easy. I'm like, so long story short, they had me, they were checking me for money. I gave them 30,000 pesos, which is, at that time, was worth $10. And I said, well, I also have the thing was monedas también, and they're like, no, keep your change. And so they took the money. They were kind of disappointed. They took my shoes, and I thought they were going to keep the shoes, and they a shoe, and they threw it over the hill. But where I was going to jump and would have really injured myself, but I didn't. They were just trying to make sure I didn't follow them. So I got my shoes back on. I ran down the hill trying to catch them, and I got to the point where there were more people. There were people living on the side of the hill, and I was like, "Me robaron! Policía, por favor, me robaron!" And they didn't know. People were laughing at me. They were laughing at me. So I walked, and then I started crying. I was crying, And I got down the bottom of the hill, and my shirt was torn. I'd lost 30,000 pesos. And, but I didn't get unzipped, You get cut, you're going to bleed, and you could bleed out, you could die. And I was, in that moment, I guess I decided I was worth more than $10. But when I was walking up that hill, I didn't, I guess I thought, I don't know, I guess I thought I wasn't worth anything. And in one moment, we can be in our lives, and our mother can look at us and say, "This is a precious baby. It's worth everything. Precious." And then other times somebody could look at us robbing us or whatever and think we're worthless. And we can think of ourselves as being worthless. And we look at our bank balance and go, oh, I've got $500,000. That's my net worth. In our society, that's what? But when we die, our bodies are worth nothing. When are we worth something? When somebody loves us, right? Do they love our bank balance? Do they love what we can make for them? I don't know. Do you know?
I don't know.
I think they love our soul. And our soul has no price. It has no worth. It's not worthless, but it's worth something. And, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I know that our net worth is not what our bank balance is. It's how people feel about us. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but I'll tell you, if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't have walked up that hill by myself. When I saw him walk by, I would have gone like, it's not worth the risk. Anyway,
But you did it. You did
I don't know. I had a better story there, but that was.